So you've optimized your website with keywords in your new location. It's going to take Google a little bit of time to recognize these, but you don't have to just sit around and wait while that happens. Instead, you need to start blogging. I know it's often not a photographer's favorite task, especially if you feel like you aren't a good writer, but the SEO payoffs can be huge. Blogging allows you to cast a wider net of keywords, which makes you more likely to show up in potential clients' search results on Google. Let's take a look at why blogging is so beneficial for your SEO and how you can make it a normal part of your client workflow. Hey friend, I'm Erin, military spouse and teacher turned photographer, and I love helping fellow Milspouse photographers build businesses that thrive despite frequent moves. I'm so glad to have you here. I know SEO is complicated and feels really technical sometimes, so to simplify things, let's imagine you're in your new location and it's raining clients. Sounds nice, right? Your website is doing the best it can to collect them and get you inquiries, but the bucket is just not that big yet. You're missing clients who would love your work because their search terms just don't match your bucket. But what if you had more buckets? You could have buckets for smaller cities, session locations, photography type, popular events. Every one of these buckets gives you another chance to catch more potential clients. And not only that, but behind the scenes, if the potential clients these smaller buckets catch visit your main homepage, that main homepage bucket will grow even faster. These buckets might seem too small to matter, but don't forget that they can get traffic outside of Google searches as well. If you share a blog on Instagram or your client shares their sessions blog on their Facebook feed, the views that come in will grow that bucket. Now, let's take a look at some of my buckets from our time in the DC area. My homepage was optimized for the key phrase Alexandria family photographer, making that its bucket in this analogy. However, in the first few months there, I created buckets for Nova family photographer, DC family photographer, US Capitol family photos, and Nova Lifestyle Newborn Session by writing blog posts for my sessions in the area. In my first 3 months, over 40% of my website views came through my blog. Since blogging is a regular part of my client workflow, I had 75 buckets or well-optimized blog posts for that area by the time we moved. Had I not done this, I would have missed out on 20% of my overall web traffic from the 2 years we were stationed there. Okay, enough talk about raining clients. Let's get into how you can set up those buckets. My favorite way to do this is to use what I'm already photographing. So assuming my clients sign a model release, which is part of my standard photography contract, I have made it part of my workflow to regularly blog the sessions that I'm shooting. I think about the shoot, I think about what keywords might go along with it, and then I write the blog accordingly. Let's hop over to the back end of my WordPress blog and I'll show you what this looks like. Here I have a draft of a recent session I did. I wrote a little bit about our time together, included my favorite images, and now before I publish it, I'm going to use a free plugin called Yoast SEO that will help me make sure the blog is optimized for the key phrase that I chose. So you can see here the key phrase that I'm choosing is Carillon Historical Park. That's the name of the location where we shot this session. My hope is that clients searching for, or people searching for that term on Google might see my blog post as one of the top results and then perhaps consider a family session there. So you can see I put in Carillon Historic Park as the focus key phrase, and I can already see smiley faces for both SEO and readability. Now, to show you what that looks like if the post was not well optimized, I can remove that there. You can see I have a sad face for SEO because I don't have a key phrase entered there. It takes practice to write a blog post that's well optimized the first time. However, I've now written about 200 blog posts, a little short of that. So I've gotten pretty good at optimizing them on my first pass. Now, how do I know what to do? The best way to know or to learn is to look down here at the SEO analysis. If you click the little arrow here, it's going to tell you anything you've done well as any problems that show up. Now, because this is currently written without any problems, I want to highlight a few of the main things that you should do. And then, again, these are things that I learned because they were problems previously, and now I've learned to incorporate them. So first thing is taking your key phrase and including it in your title, in any headers that you use. And then I like to use it at least once in the first paragraph as well as the last paragraph. So the SEO analysis will tell you how many times you should use that key phrase based on the total length of your blog post. For me, I find that the sweet spot is usually 2 to 3 times in the main body text, not counting those headers. You also want to make sure that you're using in your alt text. So if you click on one of the images here, you'll see in the alternative text, I used that key phrase there as well. Again, that's going to help with your SEO there. The other thing that's really important is to link to other pages on your site in the blog. So I like to do this in the last paragraph here. I link my contact form, and it allows people to click on that and end up on another page on my site. This is called internal linking, and it's helpful for SEO. So I like to do that there. The other place that I will do it is at the very end of the post. I include 3 recommended blog posts based on the post that I wrote here. The idea is that I want people to kind of go down a rabbit hole on my blog. That's increasing my web views. It's showing them my work. If they're local, maybe it'll lead to an inquiry. But you can see here as well, because I told you that I use my key phrase in the first part of the title, you can see that these blogs are optimized for Cox Arboretum Family Photos, Kettering Family Photographer, and Oakwood Family Photography. The reason I point this out, Cox Arboretum is another location that's local to the Dayton area, and then Kettering and Oakwood are suburbs of Dayton. So again, this kind of goes back to that bucket analogy, thinking of other things that people might be searching for outside of just Dayton Family Photographer that I want to show up as a result for. I can do that by writing blog posts and then later linking those blog posts on other blog posts to keep people moving around on my website. So once I get the 2 green smiley faces here, I am good to publish the blog and have that available on my site. Pressing publish isn't the end though. If you think back to the rain analogy, I now have a bucket for Carillon Historical Park that I need to grow. And in order for it to grow, it needs to get views. So not only am I going to share this blog post on my social media accounts, but I'm also going to share it with the family before I deliver their final gallery. Now, that timing is really important. The reason I do it before I deliver the gallery is because that is when they are most excited to see their pictures. They're most likely to share it with their friends, which then drives more traffic back to my website. If I wait until after they've seen the gallery, maybe they've already shared some of their pictures, or if nothing else, they know what the pictures look like, so they're less excited to go keep looking back at it while they wait for their gallery. So doing it this way is bringing more traffic into my website. It's also serving my client really well. I don't tell them that I do this, so it's kind of a surprise that they get their images a little bit early in a blog post, and it also helps continue to boost my SEO. With as much moving as we do, having a well-optimized website to bring clients in is crucial. And while blogging is a part of that, your website is only a small part of the whole marketing puzzle. If you're looking for more information on how you can put together a marketing plan that helps bring clients in amidst a move, I would love to share with you my move-proof marketing plan. It outlines everything that I do to my website, my social media, my client experience, and my network to seamlessly transition my business from one location to the next. I will link it in the description below and would love for you to have it. Thanks for watching, friend. Please like this video and subscribe to this channel. Leave any questions you have in the comments below, and I will see you next time.